Well, we're still playing. We like that. Second half, I thought we played well. First half, they out-rebounded us by 1. The second half, we out-rebounded them by 8. One of the things we wanted to do was to do a better job on the backboards, to say the least. In the first half, it was 8-0, them on the offensive boards. Second half, the points was 8-4 for us. At their place, they outscored us 11-0 on fast break points, and I thought we ran the ball up and down the court better today. But bottom line is we shoot 53% and they shoot 35%. And they played yesterday, and we didn't have to play today, and I think that helped us as well.
Questions? Over here on the right.
Bob Holliday, WRL.com. Coach, you held them to 36% shooting with 15 turnovers on a scale of 1 to 10. How was your defense today? I know you well enough to say to know that you won't say 10.
No, I won't say 10, Bob, but it was better in the second half. It really was. First half, we gave them too many open drives and open shots. And second half, but you have to think about their legs, too. Number 4, Vasilovic, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he had 2 or 3 wide open and just didn't make them. But I thought we were much better defensively in the second half, so I'd go 6 or 7.
Jeremy Vernon, Daily Tar Heel. Coach, Isaiah had a solid game, was 9 of 9 at the free throw line. What kind of boost does it give the team that he's not only able to get to the line a lot, but also knock him down when he's there?
Well, if you go 9 for 9, that helps you at anything. But I thought Isaiah was active. We needed to get the ball inside. We needed to do a better job in the paint. They beat us badly last time. It was embarrassing. I watched it yesterday. It was the worst 2 hours I've had recently. But I think we were more motivated today after the way they manhandled us the last time. But Isaiah was huge for us, and I think that was really good.
Okay, over here on the right.
Coach Kiera Luck from Black Sports Online. The last 50 seconds going into halftime was an explosive moment for Miami. Among some of the writers, we knew that there was a lot of frickins coming during the halftime for you. What was that halftime speech going in to get this team fired up and take over the second half?
Well, the first 75 seconds, there were a lot of frickins out there, I guess. But, I was just upset that the way we had turned it over, given the basket, the way we didn't stay in front of the guy, and the way we'd given them the 8 points on offensive rebounds. And so we got after them that because nobody emphasizes the backboards more than I do. So I got after them a little bit for about 75 seconds, and then I let Coach Robinson talk so I could think of some positive things.
He'll be right over here on the right in the second row.
Hi, Coach. Adam Zagoria. How you doing?
Good, Adam.
Just wondering your thoughts on the value of having the ACC tournament in a big city like New York or Washington versus Greensboro. Coach Boeheim, as you may have heard, had some strong thoughts yesterday saying there was no value to having it in Greensboro. Just
well,
your
this
thoughts.
is America. Everybody's got the right to their opinion, and I don't agree with that. I love moving the tournament around. I think it's good, but, the Masters was played at Augusta National. Augusta's not a very big town. We keep taking the tournament back there. I still think it's good for us to move around. I loved Washington, D.C. last year. New York's going to do a great job. I love Greensboro. Don't ever forget your roots. My problem is I try to make sure, not problem, one of my big goals is never forget where I came from. And I think we have tremendous history in this league, but Jimmy's got the right to have his opinion. It doesn't mean that he's wrong. It doesn't mean he's right. I played golf with him one time. He thought he was going to break left. The sucker broke right. So, every now and then he makes a mistake too, but it's okay. He can have that opinion. I'm fine with that, but I like the fact that we move it around, and I love being here in New York. I love being in D.C. last year, and the next time we go to Greensboro, I'll love being in Greensboro.
Isaiah, second straight game, a lot of points, very few fouls. What's been the difference between this and a couple of the other games before that for you?
Just focusing on the game, not worrying about nothing else. I had a talk with Coach, just play the game, lose myself in the game. I feel like that's the biggest thing, that helps me so far.
Over here on the right.
Roy, Josh Newman from the Asbury Park Press. Just to follow up on what Adam said, the prospect of playing Duke here tomorrow night, obviously Carolina-Duke is a sacred thing. Does that at all feel odd that this game could take place in New York and not at home?
Not really. We've played them in a tournament not very often, though, really, for 14 years. I think we played them once or twice in the tournament, and it wasn't in Durham or Chapel Hill. I can't remember where it was. It was we played them at least once in the tournament. But, no, we're fortunate to beat Miami. Miami's got 11 wins in the ACC, and I hope that Sunday's a great day for them as well. But I'll get to go out and watch the game, and who wins, and that's who we'll play.
You're in the aisle.
Mark Berman in the Roanoke Times. For the players, Miami cut the lead to 3 points early in the second half. What did you guys start doing better at that point and kind of put the pedal to the metal and take control?
Kennedy, you want to take that first?
Sure. I think the biggest thing was when we were in Miami, we had a similar part of that game where we were up early, and then they kind of brought it back with their efforts. And I just think that was the main thing for us, is to continue having great effort and trying to execute the best way we knew how to.
Isaiah?
I agree with Kennedy. The biggest thing, we just had to settle down, really focus on defense, let offense come. We just had to learn from our past mistakes, at Miami.
In the back over here on the right.
Everett Merrill from the Sports Exchange. Coach, can you talk about the value of having so many guys involved and getting them in the game, at this stage of the season?
Well, I always think that depth is extremely important to us, and our guys work really, really hard. As hard as they work, I do want to get almost everybody in every game, and they deserve it. I do think that I'd rather have Kennedy's backup playing as opposed to Kennedy playing tired. And I think that same thing with Joel. If Joel's tired, I want somebody else in there. I think a fresh player is really more effective for our team. And I'd also think it makes them work harder in practice every day and helps the morale of the team. But I like having depth, there's no question.
Over here on the left.
Isaiah, you shot around 60% from the free throw line your first 2 years. Now you're closer to 75, 80. What sort of went into the improvement there at the line?
Just shooting a lot of free throws, and just focusing on the process, not worried about making it or missing.
Sweat. But it was sweat.
Right here in the front.
Coach, Howard Megdal, CBS Sports. In terms of Bruce Brown, who had a great game today, even on a day where you guys were shutting just about everything else down, not the first time he's done it against you guys and against Duke. Curious what your impressions of him have been this year and what you think he can be.
He's all world against us. He's got 51 in two games. I stopped him in a hallway out there and told him he had played a great game and he's going to have a great career. Don't forget to work. But I think that he's been really something against us in both games.
In the middle right here.
Coach and Isaiah, David Glenn from the David Glenn Show and ACCSports.com. Fans would love any of your numbers, Isaiah, 9 out of 9 or 5 out of 7. As you guys go through your relationship together, does the one in the foul column mean as much as the rest, or how does it work through your eyes compared to the fans' eyes?
Well, one foul also means that he gets to play 25 minutes. I like him playing 25 better than I do 7 or 11 or 9, and I have seen some of those, so it's pretty important to me. What about you, big fella?
Yeah. Oh, you talking about me?
The other big fella.
Oh, yeah, okay. My bad.
I'd rather be on the floor, not worrying about nothing, just playing. Just to have one foul that game, it was just allowing me to play, not worry about nothing.
Oh, worrying about anything's better than English.
Over here on the right.
Vincent Davis, New York Amsterdam News. Is there anything, based on today, is there anything that you think you have to do to be ready and prepare yourself for tomorrow?
I would say, we just have to prepare, to play defense. As Coach always said, he never seen a team, make it that far without playing defense. I would say that should be our biggest focus, and it shows, when we start really amping it up on defense, that's when we start to make the run. That's when we start to take the lead.
I think playing together also will help us a lot down the stretch. I think we're working together. We're setting screens for each other, not passing up on those opportunities for setting screens on Justin and Joel for them to get open shots and possibly getting us open shots also. So sharing the ball and setting screens and having the greater amount of effort is definitely important.
Got time.
21 assists out of 28 field goals is pretty good, but I do think that we've got to concentrate on the defensive end of the floor.
Time for about 2 more. Right here.
This question is for everybody. How much of a Theo shot was that supposed to be alley and it turned into a 3?
If you'd have heard what he said when he let it go, ooh. I mean, it was comical, but it was Theo. Nobody else could do it except Theo, And somebody else I'd have tried to strangle him, but Theo, you just say, well, you got to understand it's him.
I'm not surprised at all that the ball went in. Like you said, only Theo can make a shot like that. He's a funny dude, and for him, he didn't smile after that play. So I mean, he was serious, but I think everybody else was pretty.
Yeah. He tries to pick up full court like we're pressing.
Like he meant to make
Try
it.
to make it up. That was a better shot than the one he shot from across the court that ended up being an air ball.
Yeah.
One last question over here on the right.
I was actually going to ask about that lob. Who was the intended target? Isaiah, were you the intended target on that? And
I was to the first one.
yeah, the one that went in the basket?
That was to Tony.
Oh, that was to Tony. Okay.
Yeah.
The look on his face, it looked like he was concerned first about the coach is going to get on me for making a bad pass.
Well, it was a bad pass. It wasn't even open. Superman couldn't have caught that lob and got it in there. All right, guys, thank you very much.